in just one mention, so that will sell out early on the day. That is your bonus buy. If you buy the today's special, you will get this entire pack. It's 70 pads. Instead of $43.95, it will be $29.95 and free shipping. Oh my gosh, what an hour we have together, Chelsea. Holy cow, are you guys ready for a brand new world launch? If you remember, the famous eye patches that Dr. Tree brings us. They had the 24 karat gold. You guys freaked out. We all loved them. I want to introduce you to the newest, latest version. This is the new black Hydrogel collagen eye patches that, yes, you can use under your eyes, but you watch, nose to mouth, forehead, cheeks, crow's feet. They're loaded with licorice roots. They're actually black. We'll show you right now. You want to talk about instant smoothing and brightening and plumping of under the eyes, above the brows, again on the chin. The niacinamide in these is going to brighten for you. The licorice root is what gives it that black color, but if you do a little internet search, you will see just how beneficial it is. And Chelsea, I love these, have a cooling sensation. They're incredible. First airing ever. You guys get first dibs. You get 60 patches for $29.99 and a $10 flex pay. How cool are these?
Oh my gosh, you guys, these are called hydrogel patches. Obviously, we're going to start with the eyes. We're talking about taking care of the triple threat around the eye area. So if you have darkness under your eyes, if you have puffiness, or if you have fine lines and wrinkles, this goes to work to help smooth and do all the things it needs to do. It really is incredible. Now, when you feel these, they're not paper, they're not flimsy, they're not thin. They're actually a hydrogel technology. So they're kind of rubbery. They feel amazing on your skin, but that hydrogel pushes the ingredients deep into the skin. So let's take a look at without and with. So if you want that immediate lifting to the eye area, all the way around the eyes, if you want to help smooth out those crow's feet, the lines around the eye area, let's talk about the ingredients in these hydrogel patches. The reason that they're so powerful is that we actually took them to a whole new level by adding a very special black seaweed called carrageenan. This seaweed that's found deep in the waters, it's not from the top of the water. Sometimes when you see seaweed on the top of the water, that's a green algae. This is from deep in the ocean. Why is that important, Michelle? It contains very high levels of vitamins, antioxidants that help to smooth out your eye area. There's a brightening ingredient in it. There's hyaluronic acid, which helps to plump up the eye area. The niacinamide in high levels that helps to brighten. They feel so good. If you've ever watched the Housewives shows or seen any TikTok or anybody, any celebrity, everyone is walking around with eye patches on, right? Because we know how effective they can be. But Dr. Trees are so different and unique because of the high concentrations of ingredients that are in them. They reduce the puffiness. You can come on in, Jane. They reduce puffiness. They just really help to smooth everything out. What I love about them, you look so cute. A little doll. So once again, this is Jane. She's actually the owner and the founder of Dr. Tree. She's been in the skincare industry her whole life. And we are the same age, which I need to stop telling people, but I always tell you my secret. So Jane, what do you think about the patches?
Actually, this is amazing. And actually, Dr. Tree offers very good ingredients.
Yeah.
The result of very good skin, great skin.
Yeah.
Younger skin.
So when do you use these? I use them all the time. Like if I'm doing my hair and just blow drying it, I literally am sitting there like, with my patches on.
Actually, in the morning.
Nice.
When I brush my teeth.
Yeah. Okay.
I can put it here.
Yeah. So that's all you have to do, and you can take a look at Andrea, and you'll see there. And Jane's going to come back out in a few minutes. But Jane, you see Andrea in the studio live. Yes. So let's talk about why we have under eye circles. Besides the fact that you had a late night last night. That was supposed to be funny, Michelle. I didn't hear you laughing at that. But also, it could be hereditary. It just could be from weight loss. It could be from aging. There's a million reasons why we get the darkness and the puffiness. Right. Maybe you had too much sushi last night or salt or whatever it is. Take a look at the difference in Andrea's eyes with one application of hydrogel. Hello, beauty.
Oh my gosh. I mean, there is no quicker way to get that big of a change under and around your eyes. They feel icy cold when you put them on. And you're so right, Chelsea, the texture of these is completely different. They're almost like jelly-like. They're kind of rubbery and they stay put. I've used a lot of eye patches that slide around your face or they're pieces of paper that are all dried up. I want you guys to see, look at that, see? I'm just gonna grab it. They're so unique. And they
Yeah, I
truly feel
graduated.
like icy cold when you put them on, but the change you see so quickly. I mean, I did it
Yeah.
when I woke up. It was the first thing I put on. I went and made my coffee, like got the kids ready for school, took them
Sure.
off, and I was like, wow, I am ready for Carline, because what I woke up with was like puffiness and darkness and kind of crinkly. My skin gets dry. When I took them off, it looked like I had done a whole face of concealer and brightener and smoothing and rolling
Yeah.
and deep puffing, all of that, but just from using these patches. And what I love is now we're seeing people use these all over the face. They're huge. These
Yeah.
are giant. Look, it's the whole size of my
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, these are huge hydrogel patches. They're not going to rip or break on you. These are actually pieces of hydrogel. The hydrogel actually does a bunch of different things. The first thing that's most important, I'm putting one on my eyes live. It doesn't matter how you put it on your skin. It's going to stay exactly where you apply it. But the first thing that's great about it is it's pushing all the ingredients into the skin even more. The ingredients that are contained within it get pushed into the skin. But also, just in general, hydrogel, the actual film itself, has a skin smoothing benefit to it. So as you take a look at all these beautiful models that are in the studio with you live there in St. Pete, while I'm where? South Korea. Crazy, I know. You can see that what we all have in common, no matter our age or our skin color, skin type, background, it doesn't matter who you are. If you have puffiness, if you have wrinkles around that eye area, you can see how it smooths everything out.
Yes.
So if you want people to stop saying, you know, you look older, you look tired, it's the worst to me is when you've stayed up maybe with a grandkid or your children or you're busy, and then somebody says to you the next day, oh, you look so tired, and you're thinking,
Right.
oh, okay, I get it. You don't want that to happen.
And
So with the
look,
hydrogel patches, look at the difference.
look at the inner part of her eye in the side without.
Yeah.
And you can see the skin. It looks paper thin. It looks a little crinkly, right? It's dry. It's thirsty, dehydrated skin. Now look at the side where she just removed the hydrogel. It looks smoothed out. It looks brighter. It looks plumped. I don't see a wrinkle in sight. That's the big difference that these can make. And let me tell you, they're so fun to use, you guys. You put them on, they feel icy cold. They're super refreshing. I love them right in the morning. Keep them in the fridge if you want, but even if you don't, they have this cooling sensation. And it's that seaweed and the licorice root that are such incredible ingredients. But then niacinamide, Chelsea, like these are high level, prestige luxury skincare ingredients. That's where you're getting the brightening from under the eyes as well. This is the first time ever on the air. This is a brand new launch, and you guys are getting them first. $10 gets them home. They ship for free. Look at this before and after. This is incredible.
Yeah, so a couple of little secrets as we're taking a look at Andrea's skin here. If you look at that before again, if you have puffiness, if you have darkness under the eye area and you've tried everything, South Korea is known for an ingredient called niacinamide. Yes, I've heard other people talk about it, but Koreans have been using it for so long in their skincare products because they use it at high concentrations. Niacinamide is a known vitamin that brightens up the skin, and you can see how instantly it's going to make your skin look brighter. I do want to mention a couple little cheats, if you will, or tricks that I do. Don't tell anyone I told you this. There's so much juice in this pot that you're getting home. The value is insane. So what I do is I actually, because I use them on my nose to mouth line, I'll use them if like I have a weird neckline one day. I use them around the eyes, wherever you want. You can actually take your hydrogel patch. You're the only one using them. Drop it right back in there if you want, and just put a little more juice on it because there's so much. And so it's such a great value. You're going to be able to use these over and over. You'll know when you want to, you know, toss it and move on to the next. They can go anywhere that you have a line or wrinkle. Maybe you have a party to go to or an event to go to. This, by the way, you guys love the Beauty Spice patches. We always talk about them.
Yes.
This is the latest. So what makes these so unique is that we actually upped the ingredients. So we added this incredible seaweed technology because this algae has these high concentrations of brighteners. It's called carrageenan. And by the way, this ingredient is essential in moisturizing around the eyelids. Now, when you think about the eyelids and the skin underneath your eye, it's super thin, like it's almost as thin as a sheet of paper, and it crinkles up very quickly. And so this ingredient helps to draw all the moisture into that area so that your under eye area looks just juicy and plump. And you can use it everywhere. You can use them on your forehead. You can use them on the nose to mouth lines, wherever you see that wrinkle. So if you've heard all the housewives and everyone talking about the eye patches and you've seen everyone wearing them, these are really, I would say, the creme de la creme of all of the eye patches.
100%.
Obviously, Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
bigger, they're super juicy, they're a
Huge.
hydrogel. It's not like a piece of paper. You're getting 60 of these for $30. That's 50 cents a treatment, everybody. And this is something that world launch, brand new, first airing, free shipping, 3 flex pay. I mean, truly, there's no limit to how many you can get, by the way. If you know anything about the Beauty Spy patches we have here, when they sell out, it takes months to get them back. So
Months.
grab a few if you can. And we want to show you, here's another example. Holy cow, look at this. Above the eye, under the eye, and then from the nose to the mouth. Look at the side she treated versus the side she didn't. There's no trickery here. This is live on camera, and I know you can see that difference. Oh.
I mean, I'm in South Korea and I can see it, Michelle.
Yes, exactly. She's a world away, everybody.
A world away.
Wow.
Yeah, it is incredible. So we're so excited to be here on the ground in South Korea, helping to bring you, just to show you a little bit. By the way, you can see this gorgeous background. It's a beautiful day here. It's just in case you wanted to know some fun facts about South Korea. One of the fastest internets anywhere in the world. Seoul is the first city in the world to be a complete smart city. Wow. So like everything, you tell it what to do, it'll come right to you. There's robots walking around. And there is literally a skincare store and skincare manufacturers every 15 feet or so. Okay, maybe not 15 feet, but every 50 feet. So it's an incredible, incredible country. And we're glad that HSN and the Beauty Spy is able to bring it into your home. So keep that passport ready because we're going to keep going today.
Yes, we are living vicariously through you.